Myth: medieval people never traveled. People often imagine the Middle Ages as a static world. A peasant was born in one village, lived there his entire life, and died without ever seeing anything beyond the next hill. Roads were dangerous. Travel was rare. Most people never went anywhere at all. It sounds believable. It is also deeply misleading. Medieval people traveled far more than we are usually told. Not everyone traveled equally, and not always by choice, but movement was a normal part of medieval life. Merchants crossed continents. Pilgrims walked for months. Soldiers marched hundreds of miles. Students left home to study. Craftsmen followed work wherever it appeared. Today we challenge the myth that medieval society was frozen in place and explore how and why people actually moved through the medieval world. The Middle Ages were not a modern, globalized society. Most people did spend much of their lives close to home, but that does not mean they were trapped or unaware of the wider world. Travel existed on many levels and for many reasons. To understand medieval movement, we need to look at who traveled how far and why. Section 1. Pilgrimage and faith on the road. One of the most common reasons for long-distance travel was religion. Pilgrimage was a central part of medieval spiritual life. People believed that visiting holy sites could heal illness, forgive sins, or bring divine favor. Some pilgrimages were local. Others were enormous journeys that crossed entire kingdoms. Pilgrims walked to regional shrines, churches housing relics, and major destinations like Rome or Santiago. These journeys took weeks or months. Along the way, travelers stayed in hostels, monasteries, and private homes built specifically to support pilgrims. Pilgrimage routes became arteries of movement. They spread ideas, stories, and news. Even peasants who never left their village might host travelers who had crossed half of Europe. Faith put people on the road. Section 2. Trade and the merchant world. Medieval trade depended on movement. Merchants traveled constantly. Some operated locally, moving goods between nearby towns. Others crossed seas and deserts linking Europe to Africa, the Middle East, and Asia. Markets and fairs attracted traders from vast distances. Cities like Venice, Bruges, and Constantinople thrived because people and goods flowed through them. Merchants knew foreign languages, currencies, and customs. They carried news alongside cloth, spices, metal, and grain. Their lives were defined by travel. The medieval economy did not function without people constantly on the move. Section 3. War and forced movement. War moved people whether they wanted it or not. Armies marched long distances. Soldiers were recruited far from the battlefields where they fought. Campaigns dragged men across unfamiliar lands for years at a time. War also displaced civilians. Villagers fled advancing armies. Prisoners were transported. Refugees moved to cities or safer regions. Medieval warfare reshaped populations. Movement was often brutal, but it was movement all the same. Section 4. Work, apprenticeship, and opportunity. Many people traveled in search of work. Young men and women left home to serve as apprentices, servants, or laborers. Craftsmen moved where demand existed. Builders followed construction projects. Sailors followed ships. Urban centers constantly drew newcomers from the countryside. Medieval cities were not static communities. They were fueled by migration. Leaving home was risky, but opportunity often required it. Section 5. Students, clerics, and scholars. Education also drove travel. Medieval universities attracted students from across Europe. A scholar might study in Paris, then Bologna, then Oxford. Latin allowed educated people to communicate across borders. Clergy traveled between monasteries, dioceses, and courts. Church councils brought representatives together from distant regions. Ideas moved because people moved with them. Section 6. Road, ships, and reality. Travel was slow and dangerous, but it was not impossible. Roads existed. Roman infrastructure still shaped medieval routes. Rivers served as highways. Ships connected coasts and continents. Travel required planning money and endurance. Most people could not travel often, but they knew others who did. News from faraway places was not unknown. The medieval world was connected by human movement, even if it moved at a slower pace than today. Conclusion: a moving world. The myth that medieval people never traveled comes from confusing limitation with immobility. Most people lived hard lives rooted in local communities. But the medieval world was not sealed shut. Roads carried pilgrims, merchants, soldiers, scholars, and stories across vast distances. The Middle Ages were not frozen in place. They were shaped by movement, and every step taken on a muddy road helped connect a world that was far more dynamic than we often imagine. If you found this episode useful, consider liking the video and subscribing to TorchLit History for more medieval documentaries and myth-busting episodes. And if there is a medieval myth you still hear repeated, leave a comment below. Your questions help shape future videos.